So my name is Katie. I actually work in the adoption world. I'm an adoption professional in fundraising. I recently just got engaged, so that's really exciting. So I was adopted when I was 2 days old, and back in the 80s, adoptions were typically closed. So I grew up not knowing anything about my adoption except what my parents knew. I won't lie, I really struggled a lot with my identity. I quickly found myself in toxic relationships, and I found out when I was 18 that I was pregnant. I tried everything. I was going to school, I was working 2 jobs. I just couldn't figure out how to be successful as a parent. So I had a conversation with my parents, and they graciously said, well, he's already been a part of all of our lives for 6 months now, so we would be willing to adopt him if you agree to that. That was one of the hardest moments that I've ever had in my life. I remember very vividly signing paperwork for the adoption. I get to live out my love for him daily. And so he doesn't ever have to question that I want him, because it's very clear that I want to be in his life and that he is a priority in my life. So it wasn't long before I found myself back in the same scenario, and I was faced with another unintended pregnancy. The thought of going through it a second time was just completely overwhelming. Not only did I fail once and not parent, but I'm gonna fail twice and not parent. And that's really hard to grasp, that I love my children more than anything. If I could have had the resources to be successful, who knows what that would have looked like. They deserve everything that I dreamed up for them. And so I started down the path of choosing adoption for my daughter. After I had had her, was probably the hardest night that I've ever had in my life. I remember looking down at her, and I was so tired. I was just ready to sleep. I had gone through a lot. Labor was a lot, and I wanted to just get a little bit of rest, but I felt so selfish because this was the last time that I had that intimate moment with her where she was still mine. I had a completely rose-colored view of adoption. I was so used to looking at it as completion of family that I forgot that it's founded upon loss. So over the years, I've really just been able to learn how to cope with the grief that comes with placing children for adoption. So to be able to acknowledge that I did a really hard thing, and I'm strong and I'm beautiful and I'm brave for that, that's good. I have a lot of birth mom friends and adoptee friends. They just get it. We are strong and courageous and all of those things, but we don't expect to be put on this pedestal either. We just want to belong. We just want to be accepted. Yeah, we just want to belong.